back. Scratcher! Where's the concealer? Where did you go?
Pray for me, pray I find my way.
Hey and welcome back. I hope you're doing fantastic. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Esther, MsTopacJay. So in today's video, I'm going to try as much as possible to explain to you babes my tips for hooded eyes. Basically how to do makeup on your hooded eyes the way you want to, not the way your hooded eyes is dictating for you to do it. Does that make sense? So I really do hope I fully articulate myself in today's video. If you're yet to subscribe, yes, to join the fanboy, please make sure to subscribe right now by subscribing down below. Make sure notifications turned on so that way you don't miss out on any single video from me. And without further ado, let's jump straight into this video. Okay, so here's the thing. If you have hooded eyes, I'm sure you understand the struggle when it comes to making sure you can still see your eyeshadow when you're done doing your eyeshadow. And also, I'm pretty sure you also know the struggle of making sure your eyes look bigger than it actually looks. Even though I do have hooded eyes, it doesn't just stop there. My hooded eyes are uneven. So looking at me right now and looking straight ahead at you, you can see that one side is more hooded than the other side. My side that is more hooded is my left side, and it can even get more hooded than it is right now, especially sometimes in the morning. And I get this question a lot and comments as well saying that no offense, but your eyeshadows are uneven. Yes, that's because this eye is more hooded than this side. So first off, most of the time, if I do remember and if I can't be bothered, I like to just look at my eyes and see how hooded are you today. You know, honestly, that should be on the shirt. The way that I know that I have hooded eyes, I really wish that I knew this before when I started doing makeup, and I do that anyway, that's a very long story. So the way I know I have hooded eyes is when I look straight ahead, you can see that the flap of my hood of my lid is kind of hovering over my lid itself. A lot of people have it more worse. It's a blessing, don't worry, it's not too much of a struggle. A lot of people have it worse than me, that their eyes are so hooded that it's covering the entire lid. Whew, I feel you, babe. And some have really small eyes that they just feel like they can't do anything with it, and even though it's small, it's still somewhat hooded as well. So I really hope this video is gonna help y'all. I like to do cut crease a lot, mainly because of my hooded eyes, because cut crease make my lid look bigger. So we're mainly going to focus on cut crease in today's video. Okay, sometimes I like to just go ahead and cut my crease and then go ahead and apply the color in the perimeter of the crease itself. That's the fastest way to apply it to achieve cut crease for me. And recently I bought this too. This is the cut crease jiggy. This is an eyeshadow stamp, and this is perfect to have that nice cut precision. So if you want a nice precise cut crease, I would highly recommend a tool like this, but we're not going to use this into this video. So first we're going to want to make sure we prep our eyelid. I mean, mine is already kind of prepped, but just for the sake of the video, I'm going to do it again. I am grabbing a concealer by Revolution. This is a Revolution Concealer Concealer in the shade C12. So I'm just going to go ahead and do a cut crease, basically like, you know, traditional cut crease, the way we generally do our cut crease. But I'm mainly going to do half cut crease so I can really demonstrate how you can make your eyelid look bigger and how you can make the cut crease work for you. So I'm just going to prep my lid using concealer. Another thing, when I'm applying concealer on my lid, I often strategically take the concealer up to my brow bone area, like past my crease, because I know that I am definitely going to be applying eyeshadow in that area as well. Okay, so let's get into it. So now that we've prepped our lid, now we're gonna go ahead into the eyeshadow. But before that, there's something that I really want to tell y'all, and I believe I do mention it in my videos, but sometimes I cut it out because sometimes I feel like you babes already know, but I've been realizing lately that not a lot of people know because of comments that I get. So basically, when I am saying that I am going to put a particular color or concealer, what have you, in my crease, the way that I know where my crease is, this is what's been working for me. You know, you take your finger, whatever finger whatever finger you want to use, it doesn't matter, and place it on your lid right here. Okay, just place it right here, and when you move your finger, you can feel the bone in your eye space. That bone right there that you can feel right here, right below your brow bone, that is where your crease is. That's where my crease is. Now, if you believe otherwise, please feel free to correct me down below, but this is where I've learned so far. Okay, I am not a professional. I'm just sharing with you, babes, what I know. So whenever I'm putting color in my crease, that is exactly where I try to deposit the color. And when I want to make my eyelid look a little bit bigger, I basically apply it right on top of the crease instead of like right below the crease. So right here is where the bone is. This is right where I apply color when I'm saying apply color in my crease. But if I want to make it look a little bit bigger, especially if I'm doing an exaggerated cut crease, I will basically, like, remember, this is where the bone is. I'll bring the brush a little bit up right on top of the edge of the bone, and that will just increase the length or the size, the width or whatever of the eye. So let's go into eyeshadow. So I'm just gonna play it safe and use the Morphe 350M eyeshadow palette. Mine is a little bit dusty, and I am going to go into a lighter color. We're gonna start with transition. Honestly, I don't follow the rules when it comes to transition and all that, and this is not what today's video is about, but I'm just gonna mention it briefly. Most people, like they say, you know, with transition you want to start lighter and then go darker with your color, kind of creating a gradient. Me, I just go in straight with whatever color I want to use and just put it in my crease. I find it easy to blend out, but that's not what today's video is about. But for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna start with a lighter color. So I'm gonna go into this shade right here, and I'm going to be using this E136 brush by Shop Miss A. It's a blending brush that comes to a tip, and then I'm going to apply this in my crease area, basically where that bone is, but right below it. So basically what I plan on doing is doing the right side of my eyes using the tips that I'm going to talk about in today's video, and for the other side of my eye, of my face, I am basically going to do my eyeshadow according to my hooded eye, not making it bigger and all that. Okay, you can actually feel the bone when you're blending as well. I'm gonna go into this brown color right here and do the same thing, but while I'm blending, I'm making sure I keep most of the color in my outer crease, and then whatever is left on it is what I'm gonna bring to the inner crease, so that way it doesn't look too dark on the inside. Okay, so now I'm gonna grab this darker shade. It's more on a dark brown, kind of borderline black, but more grayish brownish shade, and I'm just going to apply this to the outer corner of my eye, just right here, just to deepen that a little bit, just softly, you know. We're going really simple. I don't want to do too much. So another trick that I noticed as well is the effect of shimmer or lighter color in the brow bone. That also lifts the eye a little bit more. So I'm just grabbing a random highlighter. This is actually an E.L.F bronzer, and I'm just gonna apply it in the brow bone right here, just in the arch, and then we're gonna blend it out a little bit. You don't want to bring it too low because your eye would then like droop down. You want it to stay up there, so bring the color back in if it's too low. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and cut the crease. Just grabbing my concealer once again, and my concealer brush is still drying, so I'm just gonna use this. I'm just gonna use random brushes in front of me. All right, so because I have hooded eyes, I know that if I apply the concealer and I just go ahead and keep like cutting my crease, before the concealer dries, I am likely to look up, okay? And once I look up, it is going to transfer, and then you're gonna feel like, oh, what the hell? I used to think that a lot until I realized that when you actually apply a concealer, look up. Wherever it transfers to, that's where you take the cut to. It makes things so much easier instead of like sitting there waiting for the concealer to dry like Kingdom Come, you know? Ain't nobody got time for that, okay? So I'm just applying the concealer right on my lid, and then I'm going to simply look up. Okay. So you see that space there? Wherever it transfers to, that's where you're gonna take the cut. And this way, by the time you're done cutting your crease, it is not going to transfer any further. And with this as well, literally the concealer has got into that area where the bone is. Literally, the concealer is sitting on top of the bone. That's where you know, like, yes, that is where my crease is supposed to go, you know? Yeah. So I'm just gonna continue with that and just cut. And we're doing half cut. Ooh, look at how big my eye look right here. Do you see that? Like, just don't focus on the fold. Just focus on how open my eyes look compared to this side. Yes! Yay! We have our cut. We're good to go. What color should I go with? Should I just use orange? Or should I go bright? Let's just go bright. I'm just gonna grab the first shade in the palette. This is a beige shade, and I'm just gonna apply this on top of the concealer. Okay, here we go. Look at the difference, guys. I'm sure you've seen this so many times, but I wanted to do a video dedicated to this to explain this. But like, look at this. I'm always astonished. Like, I'm always flabbergasted. I'm always surprised when I do this and I look at the difference between my eyes. Like, even when I'm looking straight, like the fold is still not as prominent as it was before we started doing the eyeshadow. The power of the crease, yo. The power of the crease. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this side without using any of the tips and strategies we used for this eye. I'm gonna grab the shade once again and just, you know, this is how I used to do my eyeshadow before. I literally just start rubbing shadow in like no man's business, you know, and I didn't know how to properly do eyeshadow for my eye shape. I had no idea. And then when I'm done, I'll be like, can you see it? No, I cannot see it, sweetie. I can't see it. Okay, can you even see your own eye? No, you cannot see your own eyeshadow. Okay. All right, so grabbing the color again, and literally I remember I used to say to myself that just look straight ahead and put it right on there, on top of the food. Oh my god. All right, so yep, just applying it right there. There we go. I'm just putting it right on that fold. I'm gonna grab that brown again. I love this palette. Beautiful shades of brown. Okay, and then apply the other brown color on the crease. You know, making sure I put the darker color in the outer corner and the lighter in the inner corner. All right, so I'm grabbing that deeper brown again, putting this in the outer corner. Yeah, it's going in the fold. Gosh, folds are just ridiculous, honestly. So now we're gonna go ahead and cut the crease. So I've put the concealer in the back of my hand, and let's just still ignore the fact I'm using a big fat brush. So I'm just gonna, you know, apply it on my lid. This is what I would call my lid. Then this little area right here, you see this little tiny triangular area right here, this small space, that's what I would apply concealer. So I'm just gonna apply it right here. And then I'd be like, why is it going up? Can you stay? But it's not staying. And also because it's gone up, I will just take the concealer there just in case. I keep breathing and breathing and breathing. Okay. How did I do this? All right, so I've applied the concealer. Look how small this looks. So let's do the same thing again. Grab the beige color. Okay, so here we go. Which side do you prefer? Do you prefer this side? Our lid looks bigger and better, and it doesn't really look like we have hooded eyes, basically. And a lot of my friends always say, oh, you know, your eyes are better. You can see the eyeshadow. I'm like, it's because of the technique. That is why, okay? It's in the technique. I even did Binge's eyeshadow the other day and her eyelid looked bigger because I cut her crease higher than she would. I even used the eyeshadow stamp on her. She has the smallest eyes, and I did her eyeshadow using this tips and strategies and whatnot, and her eyelid looked bigger. So I really like this side compared to this side. This side, my eyes just look like it's struggling. Even the eyeshadow looks like it's struggling, and by the time you apply lashes, girl, actually let me go ahead and finish the rest of the eyeshadow. Basically, I don't really have tips and strategies in making your eyelid look bigger when it comes to the bottom lash line, because to me, like, honestly, I do something so simple. I just grab whatever color I used in my outer crease and I just apply it in the bottom lower lash line. You know, the darker the color, the smaller it makes your eyes. The brighter the color, the wider your eyes look. Does that make sense? So that's the main tips that I have when it comes to that. And for the inner corner, I noticed that when I put a lighter color or a highlighter in my inner corner, my eye just looks kind of like more exotic and more kind of bigger in a sense. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of the eye, and I will be right back. All right, here we go. This is it all done. As you can see, we can see a significant difference between both eyes. You know, this side looks bigger. This side just looks like it's struggling a little bit. I mean, it's not that bad, but I would just rather my eyes look bigger than it actually is, you know? So yeah, that's it. I hope you learned some things in this video, and I hope I was articulate enough in today's video. Thank you so much for watching, fambam. I appreciate every single one of y'all. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, my name is MsTopacJay there as well. And today's feminine notification is Debbie. All right, thank you so much for your support, babe. I appreciate you. Thank you for turning on your notification, and thank you for commenting on my videos. I appreciate you, babes. I appreciate you, fambam. And as always, whatever you do, please remember to love yourself, and I'll see you babes in my very next video. Bye. In this video, I basically wanna, I don't know what I just said. You do your eyeshadow according to your take team for is the dictating. So as you guys can see, so as you babes can see, back scratcher. Where's the concealer? Where did you go? I need to know. I just want you on my face, but I don't see you right now. Yep. Wow. It's so weird when I don't glue my hair down. This difference. Oh, hello? Was that on my teeth the entire time? Oh my God. Oh no. I think that was on my teeth the entire time. You gotta be kidding.